live. I hope that you guys can hear me. Please let me know. Uh, so I am super excited. Let me see if I can add some light because it's pretty dark. All right, that's better. Okay, so I am super excited because my new journal, Alchemy, just dropped, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys and to talk about goals and goal planning and goal reaching and all of those fun things, and to plan and to work in my journal. So let me share it with you guys. Are you guys ready? So this is it. This is my new journal. This is Alchemy by Dream It to Life, and this is a front cover. It's very magical, all about manifestation and magic. And then this is the spine, Dream It to Life. And I love it so much. I am so excited. And I can't wait to work in here with you guys and start planning and start adding all of my goals and everything that I'm working towards. So if you guys have been here, then you know that I love planners, paper products, obviously. That's why I have a planner paper products company. And I have tried every planner under the sun. I mean, you name it, I've bought it and I've tried it. And there's always been something missing because I feel like most planners are made for a different purpose than what I want my planner to do for me. So I think most planners are to plan our everyday activities in our everyday life. Me, however, I wanted a planner that helped me to write down concrete goals and big dreams, and then help me break it down and keep track of my progress and help me achieve those big goals, right? So I've always sort of franken planned my planners anyway. And then I got kind of tired of that because they were always so incomplete. So I started working on my own planner. So I started researching and studying neuroscience and human behavior and going through the latest research and the latest studies on the brain, on how humans are able to accomplish goals and take things from an idea to actually make it a concrete product, or right, actually achieve the thing. So as I'm studying all this and learning all this to create, hi everybody, welcome. Hi, hi. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you joining us from? Please share a little bit about yourself. We'd love to get to know you. Um, oh, I'm so glad you're doing good. Hello. Hi, how are you? We have Scorpion Queen. We have Rom E Rocks. Am I saying that right? uh, Sil0122. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you here. And today we're going to be talking about goal planning and alchemizing our dreams into concrete things and actually reaching the things um, that we want to accomplish. And I'm sharing with you guys the newest Dream It to Life journal, Alchemy, and I am so excited. I love it so much. So this is the front cover. This is the spine, and I'll show you guys inside right now, but oh, sorry, I think no games. Sorry. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the hair comment. I literally hopped out the shower and started recording this because I was so excited. And it's already late over here. It's 8 o'clock where I'm at. Where are you guys tuning in from? Please let me know in the comments, and also share any big goals that you're working on. What is it that you're working on right now? What is it that you're Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind comments. Thank you so much for being here. Florida. Oh my gosh, I love Florida. How are you guys doing over there right now? I'm in Texas and it is incredibly humid here. So hot. So much rain. Hi. Hello. Hi, Scorpion Queen. Thank you so much for joining us. The Philippines. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm sharing with you guys. It's good. Okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. We had some crazy rain today here in Texas. It was insane. It came out of nowhere and we thought it was gonna be like a terrible day, and now it's like the most beautiful day outside. So leave it to Texas. New Zealand, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. How's the weather over there? How's everything over there, New Zealand? Um, yeah, so thank you so much. You guys are great too. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. um, so my goal is healing from a bad. Yes, please. Go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you here. Um, healing from a bad friendship. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that can be very difficult. I've definitely been there. Um, and I just, you know, it's something that unfortunately I think most of us go through, difficult relationships. But you've got this. And I think that the most important thing when it comes to stuff like that is the fact that you got to this point, right? And now you're on your way to healing, which is so much better than being stuck in the situation. So I'm so happy for you and I wish you the best. I hope that you'll join us. Here in my channel, we talk all things personal development and becoming our best selves. And and yeah, so I would love to have you guys. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We have an amazing community of very positive people who are uplifting and encouraging and very kind, and people who are just focused on living their best lives and thriving. I went from the worst time of my life, and just being able to overcome all of that um, was the hardest journey, the hardest thing I've ever done. So that's when I started Dream It to Life, because I wanted to share with people all the things that helped me go from that, to a much better place. So I will, so because you're nice. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Absolutely, thank you. I think I missed some comments. Sorry, this thing's moving so fast. Do I know Minecraft? No, unfortunately, I don't. I definitely want to get more into gaming because I feel like that's very therapeutic and an excellent, healthy way to de-stress. My partner, he's a gamer, so he loves video games. I definitely like to get more into them. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Sil 0122. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for being here, and I truly I hope the best for you, and please reach out if you need anything. I'm here with any way that I can help. Oh, you subscribed, Scorpion Queen. Thank you so much. The lightning is insane. Yes. Where are you watching us from, Aaron? Yeah, we had some very crazy lightning earlier. It was pretty scary, and we were out and about, and we have an electric car, and the chargers that we were gonna charge our car at were dead. They stopped working, so that was a fun adventure, running around the city looking for looking for working chargers for our car. I'm so glad we didn't get stranded out in the storm. um Rom Iraq, hi. Thank you so much for being here. Can I ask a question? Of course, yes, please. I will sub because you're nice. Thank you. Um, are you gay? Oh, that's an interesting question. Was that the question? No, I'm not. But I love and support everybody. Let's see. I have glasses. Maybe I missed something there. Uh, sorry, I have to go. Oh, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope to see you again. Um, all right. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with all the numbers. Scorpion Queen. Bye. Thank you so much for being here. Respond to me. Finally. Yeah. Sorry. Took a while. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's this thing is moving very, very fast. Um, so yeah. So we're here to talk about things that we're trying to accomplish and things that we're trying to manifest into our lives. This journal, Alchemy, feels very magical to me. And I feel like anything that we want to accomplish, we can accomplish it. Um, Peace. Yeah, peace. Thank you to you too. So I think that anything that we want to accomplish, we can accomplish it. I think that we are infinitely capable. I'm going now. I'm very sorry. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. No worries. Um, yeah, so I have, like I was talking about, okay. um, like I was talking about the my journal that I'm dropping today. It's a very magical journal, and it is to hopefully help you, inspire you, encourage you to reach everything that you want to reach. So as I was talking about, um, hmm, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I don't have a moderator. Okay, I see what's happening. Um, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so next time I'll get a moderator in here. It's never happened before. That's weird. All right. So as we were talking about, so I'm doing all this research, right, for the Dream It to Life planner that I've been working on. If you've been, with me for a while, then you know that I'm working on this, and I'm doing all this research. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate your likes. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Um, as I'm working on the research for this planner to help me achieve these huge goals that I have. Because, like I said, I've always Frankenplanned planners in the past, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to actually create one that felt aligned with the things that I'm actually trying to achieve. I didn't want a planner where I could write busy work. Like today I have to do laundry, or I have to take my car in to get checked, or stuff like that. I can put stuff like that on my phone. And it's even better because then I'll get a reminder that it's time to do that. Hi. Thank you so much for coming back. Um, Hi everybody. Thank you for coming back. But yeah, so I didn't want a planner like that. I wanted a planner that I could very specifically work towards a goal, break it a big goal, break it down into small steps, and start accomplishing these really big dreams that I have. All of these things that I've done, crazy things, incredible things that I've been able to manifest, accomplish, like traveling the world, like performing in front of thousands of people, meeting these incredible people that I've admired. Um, all of these things that I've been able to do, I've always used this system. And I wanted to create something with a system already implemented into it. So, and hopefully that'll help other people who, like me, are very creative and have these big goals that they want to accomplish, um, and maybe feel overwhelmed because your dreams are too big, maybe because they're unconventional. There's not necessarily a straight path to them. Like you go to school and you study this, and then you graduate, and then bam, you're a doctor. Not all of us want things that are as conventional as that, right? In my case, for instance, I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm an entrepreneur. these things are very uh non-traditional career choices, right? And so there's really not a clear roadmap. Um, you're so inspiring. Aw, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to look at Speed's number. I'll call him if I can. Maybe I missed something. Sorry. Um, I don't know what that means. Can you elaborate? So yeah, so I'm doing all this research and working on my planner. As I'm doing all this research, most of these things that I'm reading and seeing are things that I already know because I've always been very interested in the mind and human behavior and the way that our brain works. And I've always tried hacking my brain to get it to do what I want it to do. Speed is a YouTuber. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. I look up Speed and call him. Okay. Great. Please invite him. The more the merrier. Uh, so as I'm, going through all this information, most of it, like I said, I already know, but a lot of it is just very good reminders. One of which is the fact that our brain, the purpose of our brain, it has many functions, right? Two of the main ones are A, to keep us alive and safe, right? And B, to think, right? To think, to come up with solutions to obstacles, that we go through in our daily life. It's not a storage unit. So it's not for you to store endless amounts of information in there. And a lot of us do that. A lot of us have a saturated mind from hi. um oh, they said hi. Okay, sorry, couldn't call. Okay, no worries. um but yeah, so our brain is not a storage unit for us to just have all this obsolete, unnecessary information. I'm from Texas. um for us to have all of this obsolete information in our brains, it is for us to think, it's for us to create, it's for us to find solutions and find ways to truly bring to life. um Hi, Kate. Where are you from? It's just a blob of memories. Yes, exactly. And then we have like all these thoughts on repeat. We're thinking about what happened yesterday. We're thinking about, just the mundane things that we're going to do with our day. Like, what am I going to eat today? What am I going to wear today? All of this information is just taking up all this amazing, like, real estate in our brains, in our minds. Texas, yes. Yes, hi, I'm from Texas. Where are you guys tuning in from? Um, so hence the need for a notebook where you can store things, where you can keep things, memories, to-do lists, wish lists, bucket lists, whatever, right? So as I'm creating the Dream It to Life planner to help me reach my goals, I'm like, you're right. I have all this excess information that's in my brain, and I a lot of the times feel like my brain is saturated. I'm always thinking about things. I have a million projects that I'm working on. I have a million things that I want to accomplish. Point being, long story short, that is why I designed Alchemy. Because I knew that I needed a separate space, not in my planner, because like I said, my planner is going to be used only and specifically to accomplish my goals. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm sorry to keep going away. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. I hope that you subscribed. We would love to have you. You're very sweet, and I thank you so much for spending time with us. Um, I am from India. I stay in Dubai. Wow, that's amazing. That's so cool that you're tuning in from Dubai. I've always wanted to travel to India and Dubai. I was actually planning on going to India in 2018, but plans changed, and I ended up going to, it was New York, Marrakesh, Paris, Rome, and then I landed in Russia, and I spent some time there, and it was an amazing trip. But I do have that pending. I will be going to India very soon. It's definitely one of my top destinations that I want to go to. You can buy it on Amazon. Um, Thank you so much. You can get it on Amazon. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Um, you can get it on Amazon. I will link it down below. Let me see if I'm able to link things here. You are lifetime. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Um, can you maybe elaborate a little bit? Um, I'm trying to see if there's a way to include links in here, but if you go to my channel, this channel right here that I'm sharing from, if you go to like the about page, you can see the link to Amazon, and you can see all my journals there. And this is the newest one. This one is, like I said, it's called Alchemy, and it's it's a it has numbered pages. It's for 365 days. So this was my idea. My idea was that I need a notebook where I can use as my second brain. So I'm going to brain dump everything from, oh, like we went somewhere cool today. I want to, add some things in there so that I can have these memories to look back on, and maybe like do like junk journaling. And then also, so for like memory keeping, also for like my wish lists, my birthday is next month, and we do like a whole birthday month. So I'm super excited. So I want to create a long list of things that I want to do for my birthday. Things like those. I don't want to just store that here. Because I feel like that's a lot of the reason why we feel so tired and so saturated, is because, like I said, we're carrying all this not useless information. It's just information that doesn't need to be there. It needs to be stored somewhere else. Like I said, our brain is not a storage unit. Um, Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're very kind. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We would love to have you. My channel is very positive, a lot of amazing people, just people that want to thrive. We want to fully experience life and enjoy life, and enjoy where we're at as we're reaching for our dreams and our goals. And we all have very, very big goals that we're working towards. And yeah, it's an amazing community. So if you're not subscribed, we would love to have you. So yeah, so this journal, this was my idea, was that this notebook journal was going to be with me for a whole year. And for that whole year, anything important that happens is going to go inside that journal. So memories, keeping, notes, lists, um, monthly favorites. I love having a place where I can go back and see which one was my favorite restaurant, because we eat out a lot or we watch a lot of movies, and then it's hard to remember what movies did we watch last month, or even what books did I read last month. We have a book club here, and you guys can join over on Patreon. It's for anybody who wants to join. Um, oh yeah, you can get it on Amazon. So it's on my, if you go to my channel, under the, I think it's about section or more info, you'll see the Amazon link, and you'll see all of my journals there. Um, I don't know how to, I don't go live often, so I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know how to write notes on here. Nope, that's not it. I subscribed and liked. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate you subscribing and liking. Are you married or unmarried? I have a partner. I have a boyfriend. Um, yeah, so you can just get my journals on Amazon.com, and it's Dream It to Life. That is my brand. And you can get the link from most of my videos on my channel. You can get the link under the description, but you can also go to the about section on my channel and you should see the link right there. You should also see the link to Patreon if you want to join us over on Patreon. We have an amazing little club over there. Right now with Patreon, because I thought we could take a break from like the intense business books and all that. Right now, this is a book that we're reading. It seemed like a good idea, and look at how fun that is. It has sprayed edges, but yeah, so stuff like this, like the book that I read, what did I think? Um did I like it? How many stars did I give it? What was it about? Any thoughts? All of that information, I want to keep it in one place. So not in a bunch of different notebooks, not in a bunch of different areas. I don't want to keep it in my planner. I want to keep it in one notebook, and I want to keep that notebook for the whole year. So a year from now, if I'm thinking, oh, what was the best thing about last year? I can go back and look at memories. I can go back and look at notes, stuff like that, right? So this is that journal. It is called Alchemy because I created it with the intention that whatever, can you shout out? Jax, that's my name. Hi, Jax. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you being here. Um, where are you watching us from? If you can share with us or a little bit about yourself. What are you working on? What goals are you currently working on? Um, thank you so much for being here. So, the energy behind this journal was that anything that you write in this journal, anything that you paste, vision boards, lists, pictures, images, anything that inspires you, anything that motivates you, lists of places that you want to visit. I love to travel. I've traveled the world, and there are still more and more places that I want to go to. So I keep lists of that stuff. And then every time I go somewhere, I check it off the list. Stuff like that. Like I said, things that you don't want floating around in your head, but that are important to you and you want to keep them somewhere. That's what this journal's for. And it's called Alchemy because we alchemize. We alchemize ideas and thoughts and dreams and wishes into reality, right? That's manifesting. And we're all manifestors and we're all powerful manifestors. I think that a lot of the times we just don't have a clear idea of what we want. We maybe lose focus. Maybe we don't have a clear vision. So it's important to put things down where you can see them. So here, I'm going to be doing vision boards. I'm going to be doing wish lists. I'm going to be doing travel plans, all that stuff. So, anyway, 365 undated blank pages, numbered pages. And it's really cool because I am super excited to get started on it. So let me show you some of it. I wanted to read to you guys what I wrote in here. Well, I have to go, but I subbed. So we are friends no matter what you say. Of course. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy that you subscribed and to have met you. I honestly wish you the best in your healing journey, and send me a message. Like I said, reach out. I am here anytime you need. And yes, please come over to our community. We all want to support you and help and contribute in any way that you can. And I know that we'd be lucky to have you be part of our community. So thank you so much for subscribing and for being here and for your support and for your friendship. I absolutely love that we're friends now. So I'll see you next time. You take care. Have a wonderful night. So I want to read to you guys what I wrote here because it's a message for you guys, for me. So it says, Dear Dreamer, thank you so much for choosing this journal, a space I created with so much love, intention, and magic. Alchemy was designed to be more than just a notebook. It is a companion for your dreams, your healing, your creativity, your visions, your memories, and the beautiful person you are becoming. Within these pages, you are free to express yourself however you feel called to. You can journal, sketch, collage, junk journal, create vision boards, write poetry, plan your future, process your feelings, collect quotes, or simply allow yourself a quiet moment of creative peace. There are no rules here, only possibilities. This journal contains 365 blank, undated pages to walk beside you for an entire year of growth, imagination, reflection, and manifestation. My hope is that these pages become filled with beautiful memories, big dreams, tiny moments of joy, inspired ideas, intentions, goals, adventures, thoughts, feelings, plans, and magic. Alchemy also makes a perfect companion to the Dream It to Life yearly planner, soon to come, and trust that will be on all of your lives. Of course, yeah, thank you so much. Aw, you have beautiful energy. Thank you so much for being here and for being our friend. um, if you do get it, let me know. Let me know what you think, and I would love to share when you're in your journal. If you want to share some pages, anything that you create in there, I would love to share that with everybody. So please let me know if you do get it. Still, uh, so yes, a beautiful space to expand on your goals, create vision boards, brainstorm dreams, reflect on your journey, and give life to the ideas and intentions you're calling into reality. So that is some of what I wrote in here for you guys. And let's see what else is over here. I truly believe there's something powerful about intention. Through manifestation, creativity, belief, and refusing to give up on myself, I have been fortunate enough to make many of my own big dreams come true. Dreams that once felt impossible slowly became my reality. I've traveled the world, performed music in front of thousands of people, visited incredible places, and met inspiring people I once admired from afar. Entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, and creators who I am now grateful to call friends. Hi, I'm Amina, a singer, actress, writer, and artist with giant dreams and an even bigger belief that extraordinary things are possible for those willing to believe in themselves. I created Dream It to Life to share the tools, inspiration, creativity, and mindset shifts that have helped me throughout my own journey. And while many dreams have already come true, there are still so many more ahead. Because dreaming never truly ends. If you'd like more inspiration, creativity, and cozy magic along the way, you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Patreon under Dream It to Life. Here's to 365 days of magic, creativity, courage, and big dreams. Make this journal remind you that your dreams matter, that your life itself is a work of art. With all my heart, Amina. So that is my message to you guys in this book, and I dedicate this journal to my dad, the greatest dad in the world, who taught me to dream big, believe in myself, and never give up on my dreams. Thank you for always reminding me that anything is possible. This magic exists because of you. So I dedicated this journal to my dad, the greatest dad in the world. And then there is a space to write down belongs to, if found, please contact me at, please return to, and then alchemy started on, and then you write the date that you started it on, completed it on, then you write the date that you completed it, and then there's a space for your thoughts. So, you know, what you liked about it, what worked, stuff like that. And then it says, the magic begins. And then the magic does begin. You can add a, so here's the thing. I didn't want to add things that I very specifically use when it comes to like journals or notebooks, because I feel like that should just be a space for your own whatever, right? Like this is going to be my second brain. So in my journal, I'm going to do an index page because I like to have a space where I can go back on and look on, oh yeah, where did I put my wish list, you know, for this month, or where did I write, you know, my book that I was reading or stuff like that, right? I like to be able to reference it because it's going to be my second brain. So everything that I want that is floating in my head that is not specific to the goals, the big goals that I'm trying to achieve, everything aside from that, because that's going to go in my planner, right? That's what my planner is for. The Dream It to Life planner is specific for goal accomplishment, to achieve those big, ridiculous, giant dreams that feel outrageous and that feel so intimidating that we don't even start. That planner is for that. That is what I am studying, the latest research on human behavior, human psychology, neuroscience, and all that, right? That journal's job, that planner's job, is to help us go from here to there. This journal is to help us make space in our brain for those big dreams, big goals. So here, I didn't want to include anything that was very specific to my liking. So that is up to you, whatever you want to add in there. That's why it's 365 blank pages, because to me, one of the first things I'm going to add to mine is an index page, because like I said, I need to reference back to it. Another like main thing I'm going to add is an envelope, because I always have like little papers, little knickknacks that I want to glue into my journal for memory keeping or to document things. Um, and they get lost. So I have to have like a little pocket within. Hi. Oh, thank you for coming back. I'm glad you're able to hang out with us some more. So do you want to share with us some of the big goals that you're working on? I know that like you said right now is a time of healing. So right now, is that your main focus? Is it just prioritizing your self-care and taking care of yourself? Or are you working towards some other goals? What are you working on right now? If you don't mind sharing with us, I would love to know. Um, so for instance, for you, like when I was going through the worst time of my life, there were times when I didn't want to talk to anybody about it, because I knew that I would bring them down and I would make them feel bad, and it didn't seem fair for me to just unload everything that I was feeling. So a lot of the times I would just keep that stuff to myself. And that's where journaling comes in. That's where journaling can be very powerful, because it's such an amazing anxiety. Oh yeah. Anxiety. Familiar with that guy. Yep. It was I've been there. I've been there, and oh my goodness. I want to first of all send you a big hug, and let you know that you're so amazing and so incredible. And I'm so happy that you're here. You have such beautiful, kind, loving energy. And we need that in this world. We need that. Um, we need you, and we need your beautiful energy. And I'm so happy that you're taking time for yourself, to take care of yourself and to heal from everything that you've been through. I know that it's not easy. I know that it can be very, very difficult. So just know that you're being supported by so much more than you can imagine. Whatever you believe in, the universe, God, you know, consciousness, you're supported. And I think that's why you're here, because I think that maybe we were supposed to meet and talk and chit chat, and I can share with you some of the things that helped me. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to share some of the things that helped me make it through the worst time of my life, when I had anxiety, depression, all this brought on by grief. And it literally felt, oh my gosh, yeah, no, you're so welcome. There's nothing to be thankful for. I'm so happy that you're here, and I know what it's like, and it can be, yeah, it can be so difficult, but I do want to say this, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. If you stick in there, you will come out of this a completely different person. And the worst time of your life will be this moment that you had to go through, this experience that you had to go through to realize how powerful you are and how strong you are, and that you're so much more resilient than you and much more powerful than you could have ever imagined. And if you allow for it to transform you, you will come out on the other side just an even more healed, happier person than you already are. One of the things that helped me the most, like I said, was journaling, because when I was going through all these difficult emotions, I didn't really feel right dumping that on other people, which I'm not saying to feel that way. You should never feel that way. I know that the people in your life would love to help you and listen to you and be there for you. So don't do that. Don't come from that space, but I'm just sharing my experience that I didn't want to talk to somebody else about all these difficult things I was going through, because I didn't want to make them feel bad and bring them down, and there was really nothing that they could do. Um I'm just so motivated to do it. Yeah, it can be difficult, especially because when you're going through something difficult, I feel like a lot of our energy gets drained just from the emotions of what we're going through. So I think that sometimes being proactive when it comes to doing things for yourself to take care of yourself can feel so daunting and even more draining when you don't have any energy to begin with, right? And that's at least how I felt. But I knew that if I stayed where I was and I didn't do anything about it and I numbed myself, right? Like, I think one of our first instincts as humans is to avoid pain. So if you numb that, if you distract yourself from that, right, with whatever it is, right? So some people drink, some people do other things, some people party, some people, binge watch TV, whatever the distraction might be. I knew that that hurt and pain was still going to be there as soon as that distraction was over. And it felt kind of like a wound that if I didn't tend to it, it was only going to get worse. And I felt so horrible that I knew that I needed to do something because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand feeling like that. My grief was so, it was the worst thing I've ever felt. The worst thing I've ever felt. So I needed to take action somehow. And not every day, because there were days when I was very tired, when I didn't have energy, when literally brushing my teeth was my accomplishment for the day. And as it was, that was how low I had set the bar, where it was like, if I get to, like, if I brush my teeth, if I get out of bed, if I brush my teeth, if I manage to eat something, then that's a win in my book, you know? And there were days when that's all I did. There were days when I cried all day. There were days that were very, very difficult. But on the days that I could, on the days that I had a little bit more energy, I felt a little better. I felt a little stronger. On those days, I would take that time to do things that were good for me and that I knew were very healing and were very nurturing for myself. So, one of those things, one of the best things for me was journaling. And it doesn't have to be sitting there writing down, like, this is what I'm feeling. Although that did help me a lot. I would literally write down how I felt. Like, this feels horrible. Why is this happening? This is so unfair. Whatever I was feeling, I would write it down on paper. And it sort of felt like getting it out of me. And it made me feel so much better. Kind of like when you share something with someone and then you feel like a weight has been lifted off of you. It felt like that. So that was one thing. But then also another way to journal, which, I mean, really it's just writing, right? Just writing gratitude lists. So I would wake up, and I would try to do this every day, but I wouldn't do it every day. Whenever I didn't feel good, I didn't push myself. But I would wake up and I would write down everything I was grateful for. So I would write down, today I am grateful for. And then I would start to think, okay, good things, good things. What are some good things in my life right now? I'm healthy. My loved ones are healthy. My pets are healthy. I have a house. I have a bed. I have clean water. I have food in my refrigerator, the clothes that I'm wearing, and it would just kind of grow from there. And it would allow me to sort of step back from this horrible thing that had happened, and it would allow me to see that there was still good in my life. Another thing that helped me a lot was planning for the future. It would help me to sort of get out of that experience, which was horrible. It would pull my brain out of that and into the present and into the future. So I would take out my planner and I would think like, oh, what can we do that's fun? Maybe we can take a trip. Thank you so much for the likes. Maybe we can take a trip. Maybe I can plan a picnic, with my partner. Or maybe I can plan, going to the movies or having a movie night at home. Maybe we could do like a theme night at home with like spooky movies and like, we can get some, themed candy and decorations or whatever. I would plan spa days. Today I'm gonna have spa day. I love being tanned. Oh, thank you so much. I really hope that this helps. Um, these are things that really helped me, like I said, and I feel like also just getting in tune with yourself and asking yourself, what do I need right now? So for me, like I said, I love tanning. I love like self-care things. So I would buy like face masks and bath products like fizzy balms and bubble bath and like nice lotions or body oils, like a nice hair mask. And then I would plan a whole day, so today's gonna be spa day, and these are the snacks that I'm gonna have. And I would make a list about that. And even doing the little list would get me super excited. And then I would go to the store and get all the little things. And then I would have like a spa day. Um, and doing little things like those would help me to not completely because I went through a huge loss and it was very, very difficult, but they definitely helped. At least for a little while, I would focus my attention on something different. I would, instead of focusing on this pain I was feeling, I would focus on, the good things that were happening in my life. Yeah, I think I'm the type of person who puts others' needs before me, and it got a lot worse when my parents got a divorce. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. And I agree with you. I've always that was always my personality, and it's something that I worked on a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. To this day, I still work on it. And I've gotten so much better about it. And something that I want to share with you that I hope helps is that I think that we feel that if we don't put everybody before us, before ourselves, that means that we don't love them enough, that means that we're not a good daughter or we're not a good partner or we're not a good friend or we're not a good person or we're selfish or we don't want to be selfish. And realizing that that is not true at all. That is the opposite of the truth. There was this one time when during this whole, horrible time, we were at the hospital and I went to go get my mom a coffee. And, you know, I'm walking through the halls of the hospital. We were in the waiting area. Um, and I'm walking through these halls looking for some coffee for my mom. And I haven't eaten, couldn't stomach anything. I haven't slept. I honestly don't know how I survived all that because I was not taking care of myself at all. And I honestly think that it was just my love for my loved ones that kept me going because my body, it was just like a miracle that that I was standing up straight after not sleeping for days straight, after not eating, after crying and worrying so much. So anyway, I'm walking down the halls and I'm looking for coffee for my mom. And I'm really tired and I feel like a zombie. Um and then as I get to the coffee station, at the top it said it said something like, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? And then I thought, how fitting, right? That would be there right now to remind me that if I don't start taking care of myself, if I don't take care of myself, these people that I love with all my heart, that mean everything to me, that I would do anything for, if I'm not well enough to be there for them, that's going to be the biggest pain of my life, right? They're everything to me. So if I love them as much as I know I do, it should be my number one priority to make sure that I am well so that I can always be there for them, right? Like, I think once you realize that true love for others starts with true love for yourself, it starts with taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, then where do you see this going? What do you think is going to happen? One of them is going to have to take care of you. Instead of you being able to be there for your loved ones are going to have to be there for you, because you can't be bothered because of this belief that taking care of yourself is selfish. That does It doesn't make any sense, right? So yeah, I'm still working on it. Yeah. I know. It's definitely I think it's a for some reason some of us, like, I'm an empath, and that's just, a big part of who you are. I think that our brain was just formed that way since maybe we were born like that. And these are very ingrained beliefs, and changing them is possible. It's very possible. It just takes some consistency. And to me, that is what like made it click, because the most important thing in my life are my loved ones. And if I don't take care of myself, then I can't be there for my loved ones. And I don't want my loved ones to have to worry about me. I want them to know that I'm okay. I think that's one of the greatest gifts that we can give the people that we love, is taking care of ourselves and us being okay so that they can enjoy life knowing that they don't have to worry about us. So when it comes from that point, I feel like it completely changes your perspective. And it goes from being selfish to being like the kindest thing you could do for anybody. I also believe that we're energy. And I feel like our energy gets put out into the world and it creates this ripple effect. So if you are angry and yelling and screaming and coming from a place of just anger and hurt, that energy goes out into the world. But the same thing happens when you feel good and you feel happy and you feel taken care of and you feel relaxed and you're having a good time and you're laughing and you feel love, or you're in love. I feel like that sends out just as powerful, if not an even more powerful ripple into the world. So I feel like the best thing we can do to make this place a better place is to take care of ourselves. Because if you eat right, if you sleep right, if you do the things that make you happy, if you focus on things that make you feel good, your actions reflect that energy. Today we were eating, and my partner was telling me that, "Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We also need more people like you." Um, So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so that you can continue to shine your light, make this place better. We were eating today, and there was a couple sitting in the next booth in front of us. And my partner was telling me that there was this little girl standing there, and that couple got up and that they almost ran her over. And so this came up because there was this little girl there, a different little girl, and she was laughing and she was playing, and she came up to this lady, and I'm facing them. So I see this beautiful, adorable little munchkin come over to this lady and like smile at her with her biggest smile. And that lady, she looked like, I don't know, she just looked like a very unhappy person. And she had this scowl on her face, like a permanent scowl on her face. And she looks at the little girl with like anger. And then I said to my boyfriend, I said, I don't understand that. Like, look at this beautiful little girl. How can this lady not be bothered? Like, how can this lady not have the humanity to like just offer her a smile back, right? Like, that's such a gift. Like, this little angel just came over to smile at her for no reason. And this lady, instead of taking that as, wow, how beautiful is this universe? How beautiful is this earth? That this little innocent, beautiful creature, for no reason, she doesn't even know me. Instead of being scared, instead of being afraid, she came over to my table to like smile at me. That's a gift. That's a gift from life. That's a gift from God. That's a gift from the universe. It's like, here's a little magic. Here's a little goodness. Here's a little happiness, right? But this lady is so, whatever she's going through, I don't know what she's going through, right? But she can't be bothered, right? And she looks at this little girl with anger. So then I said to my boyfriend, wow, how sad is it that like she, instead of like being happy about this little girl, she's looking at her angry. And that bothered me because it's an innocent little girl, right? And then my boyfriend says, oh yeah, I don't think they like kids. He said they almost ran over this other little girl. And I was like, wow, they must be really miserable people, right? Like you have to be like such a miserable person to do anything, any kind of negativity towards something innocent, a child, an animal, right? Towards anybody. Like what's wrong with you? Why are you running anybody over, right? So that energy, she's putting it out there, right? She almost ran over the little girl. This other little girl comes and smiles at her, and she's like looking at her with an angry look. She is taking her energy and putting it out into this world. I don't know her situation, right? But I can't justify that because in my worst time, during the worst time of my life, I always made sure that I didn't take out that hurt on anybody else, right? That's why I journaled. That's why I spent time alone. That's why I meditated and I prayed and I cried and I tried to process my emotions in healthy ways. It's not anybody else's fault, right? Whatever you're going through, there's no excuse, there's no reason for being like that. So my point is that happy people put out goodness, happiness, like that little girl. That little girl's happy. She's going around enjoying life, enjoying the world. And, she goes up to this lady's angry, and she's like, oh, okay, no problem. Turns around and goes somewhere else, right? She's happy. She's good. And that's the energy she's putting out there. This lady is not happy. And, right, that's the energy she's putting out there. So, for every possible reason, the best thing that we can do is take care of ourselves. Tend to us, tend to our needs, tend to our emotions. And I'm a recovered people pleaser. And yeah, I like you used to put everybody's needs before mine. And I don't anymore because I know that that's not good for me. It's not healthy for me. It's not good for anybody. I'm a very considerate person. I do my best. I do my best to be kind, to be good. But I know that I need to tend to my needs first so that I can share my best version with my partner, with my loved ones, with my pets, with friends, with the world. So I want to invite you to just take some time and ask yourself, what are some things that would make me feel good? What are some things that would fill my cup today? What can I do for me? What can I do to maybe smile, to feel good, to feel happy? It is it maybe like creating a happy playlist of music? Yeah. Like a happy like I have playlists of just happy songs. I have playlists of like magical songs. I have YouTube videos from amazing people that I admire, and I save them for sad days, or I save them for motivation. I save them for inspiration. And I know the things that help me to be my best version. So I love art. So I make sure that I fit time in my week to do some art. Um, you are a singer? Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. So am I. That's really cool. What kind of music do you sing? Yes, I love music. I started singing before I could crawl. I've been singing since I was very little. And that is, like I said, one of the reasons why I started this whole thing with the Dream It to Life planner is because I am a creative person and I have really big creative goals that are, like I said, not necessarily the conventional route. And there's not necessarily a roadmap to get there. And so a lot of them, they feel so big and so lofty that they can feel intimidating and you don't really know where to start. Yeah, same. Yeah, I love all genres. I sing most genres. Um, but yeah, my favorite is romantic songs. So that's so cool that you're a singer. So that's yeah, that can be tough. Uh, I feel like especially people who are musicians and writers and people with that type of creative talents are very sensitive. So, yeah, I'm a very very sensitive person, and yeah, it can be difficult to be so sensitive. So, just make sure that you're doing things to take good care of yourself and to have fun, and just find positive outlets, good outlets, good things that make you feel good. I'm going to be sharing a lot of videos on journaling, on list making, on different ways that I like to be creative, and different creative outlets and hobbies that I have that help me to sort of relax and let out a lot of that like intense sensitivity that comes with being an artist. Me too. I feel when you are a singer, you're exposed to a lot of music, so you're not stuck on just one thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I feel the same way. Um, and I love that. I never wanted to be pigeonholed on just one specific genre and only being able to sing this type of music or that type of music. I like to be very versatile. And so, yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I love to sing everything, and I listen to just about everything except for disco. I'm not a fan. But other than that, I listen to most music. Um, so yeah. Well, I hope that some of those things helped you. Yes, it's important to just it's impossible to just have one favorite. Yes. I agree. It is. It is. People often ask me like what's your favorite type of music or even what's your favorite song, and it's like, ooh, that's hard. It did okay, good. I'm glad that it helped. Um, I I hope that you'll join us, and I'm gonna be sharing a lot of videos, like I said, on just fun ways to fill your journal and fun ways to get a lot of those feelings and emotions out onto paper. I have a class on Skillshare. It's an art class and it's for everybody. Um, you can get a free trial through my link. It is, again, it should be on that first page, and that, whenever you see the profile on YouTube, in the about section or more info, I forget what it says. It should be right there. It should say Skillshare class. And if you click on that link, you can get a free 30-day trial to Skillshare, and you can take my class. And that class is about, also, when do you usually do live streams? Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing live streams every day until Monday. So what are we today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, so that's 2 days. So I'm gonna be going live tomorrow, and I'm gonna be going live Monday, and then I'm going out of town, so not Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm gonna be going live Thursday and the rest of the week after Thursday. But yeah, I have a link. So yeah, please join us. It was so nice hanging out with you. But I just wanted to give you another resource. I have that link for Skillshare where you can take my class for free. And it's a class, it's an art class, and it's for everybody. And it is just a way to process emotions through art, which I find incredibly useful and helpful. I'm going to be doing a lot of art in this journal. So I'll also be sharing a lot of videos on that on my channel. And the next time I go live, I'm going to set up my camera so that we can go play in the journal together. I wanted to do that now, but I don't usually go live and I don't know how to monitor the screen if I turn it down. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that right now, but I'll be sharing a lot of that uh, in the future videos. But anyway, that Skillshare class shows you very simple, easy, fun ways to do art so that you can process emotions and you can really connect with yourself, and you can sort of release a lot of the, you know, sadness, grief, anxiety, process it and let it go. Um, and it's really easy and it's fun, and anybody can do it, and you can do it anywhere, and you don't need special supplies. And I created that class again for that same reason, because it's something that helped me a lot to process a lot of those emotions. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out in my channel. Um, and then what else did I want to share with you? The link for the journal is, like I said, also there. And then I will, I don't know if you can send messages through here. I'm not too familiar with that, but if you can, I'll send you the link. And then if not, as soon as I'm done with the live, I'll upload the link underneath it, so you can click on it and go check it out. And I hope that it inspires you, and I hope it motivates you. And I know you said that you have a hard time staying motivated to journal, but I am going to be uploading, I'm going to be going live every day, and we're going to be journaling together. So hopefully that'll motivate you and inspire you to do it. So I will share that link with you. And yeah, I hope that this helps. And just let me know of any questions that you have, anything that I can do to help. And just, I hope that you take care of yourself, and I hope that you start putting yourself first more. And I hope that you start healing and feeling better. And thank you so much for being here. It was so nice to hang out with you. And yeah, so that's what this live was for. So wrapping it up, this is the new Dream It to Life journal. It is called Alchemy because we alchemize our dreams and our goals and our ideas into reality. And I hope that this will be a space for you all to be able to create and take your ideas from your brain and into your journal, whether that's through collage, whether that's through art, whether that's through journaling, writing, making lists, whatever it is. I'm going to be using it for all that, and I am super excited. Um, Thank you so much. You two have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that everybody is doing well. And I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time for another live. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And yes, hi. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. We are wrapping this live up. I'm gonna try to go live again and play inside my journal and share that with you guys, if I'm able to get like a good setup. But if not, I will see you guys here tomorrow around the same time. Thank you so much for being here, and remember that we are here to fully live this amazing, beautiful life and enjoy our time here and to thrive, not just exist. Remember to take care of yourselves and remember to continue creating the life of your dreams. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye. You're going to be a good YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Take care. Bye.